too early. I'm too early. God, oh, I have the light on up here. That looks horrible. Look like I have a red hair. That's better. Hope you're all doing good. It's Let's Talk EV almost every Sunday at 7:20 p.m. I hope you're all doing great. I'm depressed. It's work tomorrow. I had this week off. It was amazing, and I have the Sunday blues. The day before work, Cindy and I were both. It was a nice week. I took a nap. It was awesome. Today we are going through some news. We haven't done the live stream in 2 weeks. And then we talk about what happened the last 2 weeks, what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks, and all of this, and Audi Q8 Etron and other stuff, but just have fun. And I hope I get many questions from you so we know what we talk about. So it's not always my responsibility. Yes, let's go very quick to the news here. Number one, ID.7 Tourer has been shown and their videos are already out. It's just the normal ID.7, but it doesn't go down here. You have way more trunk space if you need that. I was invited to Marseille to look at this car, but I declined because it was 2 days ago. Oh, where am I? Yes, 2 days ago on Friday. Hey, Graham. Always I have to put on my... Oh, it's in the other window. It's fine. Then we go next. Next generation 25,000 Tesla EV to be produced in Germany, says report. So the Model 2, or what was the name that they thought of at some point? There's a rumor that this will be starting to be built in Germany. Makes sense if it's really a smaller car. Then pretty sure they wanna. It's more for Europe than it is for the States, and then to do it here. Then A6. Do we have some more pictures? The Audi A6 with Ingolstadt license plate. A6 electric. And even also a Tourer. It looks good. So it's a Q8 but small. Not as high. This looks weird here. Looks like it's a digital effect, but it's not. Nice, nice, nice. And that's it. That's all the news I found from the last 2 weeks that were amazingly big. We're gonna look at the Ionity map as we always do. 50 people are here. That's crazy. We'll do the like game right after this because we learned doing the like game early helps. Or doing it twice. Something like this. Let's go. Portugal has 2 new Ionity chargers soon. Spain a lot. Then I was here not long ago and drove down to, where was the hotel? It was right at the ocean. We drove down this road. I think it was around here. Was it? Or here? I don't know where the hotel was. We talk about that too, the Kia EV9 event. And see, France has still a lot of chargers. Britain gets a lot, Scotland too, and Northern Ireland. Norway, Norway's getting a lot. Look at that. No, isn't it 6 more than last time? And Sweden is still going. And let's look Germany for me. Still the same in my area, the same 3 more. Himmelkron, where's Nempitz? There's Nempitz, and then this will be a new one at some point. That would be interesting though. So it would be shortened to get up here to Wolfsburg because I have to go there at some point. We have to talk about that too, of course. And we have Hanover and Hamburg up here, yes. And where else? Lots of new things, that's always awesome. We like that. The A6 is a completely new EV platform, basically Taycan platform, but improved drastically. Cool, I didn't know that. So it's 800 volt. I saw they showed the concept at the IAA. Looks good. Motor looks like Cybertruck. Yeah, this is just a rendering. I thought the same, a more civilized version of the Cybertruck here. I hope not. that this would be a smaller car. But let's talk a bit what happened the last 2 weeks since we had our little Let's Talk EV. I even have to look. It's been so long. And this week I haven't done too much. I had what am I doing? Going to. I had I had the iX1. We did that. I then had the Kona for a while, and then I had the Audi Q8 for 2 weeks, and it got picked up on Thursday. That was a bit sad. It was fun. It was fun driving the A8. Where is it? Where I need the cable. I need to charge something. And I totally changed my mind. I drove the original e-tron a long time ago, 3 years ago or even longer, just a few hours from a dealer, and it was horrible. And this time when I got into the car, the Q8, it was also horrible. But then I tinkled around with the settings, and I found a few settings. Doesn't the Q6 use the same platform as the coming A6? I don't know. And then it was good. It took a while to do it, especially regen. Regen is not amazing in the Q8. They could have done better because you always have to turn it on. And every time you turn cruise control off, you have to turn it on. It's really weird. But overall, it was very comfortable and nice. Seat heater is amazing. Cindy loved the seats, even though they were too long. They're very round. We drove with Walter on Saturday, and she said, God, I hate these seats. She really doesn't like Walter's seats, so I'm scared she won't like ID7 seats. We'll see. I think she won't be so happy because of the side support, and I think they will be too long and they're not round. So yeah. Let's do the like game since we have 66 people here. You 67. You can all get your device, phone, tablet or whatever, and we press like all at the same time. I can't do it. Where's my phone? I was just charging it. So well, we see if we can get to 40 likes. That would be amazing. Can we do that? Huh? Let's do that all together. Let's count down from 3, 2, 1, and like. Like game is always amazing. We like it a lot. So exciting. Yes, so the Q8 was fun. I made 2 videos. One will be coming, the 130 kilometers an hour range test, which was okay, but it's also a gigantic battery. Will come on Monday, and then I have to edit a different video for Wednesday, and I have to film. I already did the data for the charging curve of the Kona and see the difference to the old Kona, and also the charging curve of the BMW iX1. Already did all the data. I just have to film the video and compare it to other cars. That will be nice. That's also gonna come this week or on the next week, the 2 videos. 42! Thank you very much. That was very nice. Yes, then I sent the Kona back early, so it would have been here till Tuesday. The problem was, so the Q8 was planned for a month. I would say since May or so. It's the first press car I got from Audi, and I was very happy, and I didn't want to move anything around. And then Hyundai wrote me 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, hey, we're having the Kona right now, we can have it next week. It has a ginormous battery. Hey, Mark. Yes, and so I couldn't say no, because the next would have been in February, and to have a car early and test it is just always amazing and important. And so I tried to put both at the same time. And I also had the Kia event, and we also had Kia EV9 event, and we also had the week off, and Cindy and I thought maybe we want to go away, and then if they pick up a car on Tuesday and on Thursday, then we can't go away. so not for longer than a day, because I was gone till Saturday for the event. So we only have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday would have to be here to pick up the car, and then Thursday have to be here as well when they pick up the Audi. And so I asked them if they can get it a bit earlier, and they did. Do you think the price premium of the iX1 is worth it compared to an ID.4, also considering the ID.4 with new infotainment? The iX1, it has pros and cons. The con is definitely the space in the rear seats, very bad. Have adults in the rear seats when you are a bit when you're normal sized in the front. That's not amazing. Also, I'm not a fan, but this is the same as in ID.4, not in the new one, that all the climate has to be done in an extra climate window. Only the temperature can be done. Yes, you have in the old ID cars, you have the double tap, so both temperature to turn on the seat heating, but it never works well for me. Every time I do it, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and I tried it long, and maybe I'm not doing it in a perfectly same time. It never works amazing to me. That's why I was didn't like it. And it has pros. Pros are region. Region is really great. Also to stand still in B, I like that. The infotainment system is okay. I had, did I have problems with it? I can't remember. I think there were some things that were weird, but it wasn't something big. It's fine. The light is amazing. The same as ID cars have. So the matrix LED light where segments turn off is really good, and it is a bit farther distance where it notices car. Hey, Darren. It notices the cars a bit in a further distance than the ID. Power was more because this was an all-wheel drive, 313 horsepower, but it also doesn't feel very fast. It is a fast car, but it's not, oh my god, this is amazing, but it's good. And what I noticed with the iX1, and this is a weird feeling in the front, where I sit usually on the bottom, so as low as I can sit in most cars, not in every car, but in most cars I sit on the bottom, because then the door and the middle armrest are perfect for my arm. For example, in my ID.3 I would like to sit a bit lower, but I can't. So both the left armrest is a tiny bit too low for me. It could be a bit higher. The middle one I could adjust, but then I'm crooked. I don't want it. And in the iX1 you have, I don't know, this much space to the roof, and it's a bit too much. It feels like you're in a transporter. It's so much. It's a weird feeling. Also, what I noticed, and it could be that car, charging, we will see. DC charging is nothing amazing. It's fine. For a 65 kilowatt hour battery, it's okay. The range is also okay. But AC charging, I had problems with this car, and I don't know what it is. It's weird that AC charging in the car, you can see that's amazing, in the infotainment, in your normal cockpit screen, you can see right away that how much kilowatt you're charging into your battery, and then it says 11 kilowatt for AC, and then it jumped around between 7 and 11 the whole time. It was vut, 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 vut the whole time. 7, 11. 7, 11. And I was charging on 3 different chargers, and it always did that. And I noticed when I plugged it in to charge, I know 11 kilowatt, it was, I don't know, I know I can charge 33 kilowatt or so it should take 3 hours, and it took 6 hours. So not even the 7 kilowatt were so it was weird. I don't know if it was this car. I didn't do anything with the settings, so I have no idea. Have you problems with scheduled charging? Mine won't work. Car just charges anyway. I have set the schedule in the charger instead. So in your Audi, so you mean that you want to charge from 12 to 4 and that doesn't work? I haven't used that in the Q8 Etron, so I wouldn't know. I'm sorry. My ID4 had a bump. 70-year-old lady decided to cut across 2 lanes in front of a stopped truck. She attempted to thread the needle across my front end. She's at fault. Repair in a month. Ah, come on. What's with you and your car? If it's not broken, somebody else breaks it. You poor guy. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. Oh God. So iX1, it is a good car. It has a lot of good things. In the mix, it's not bad. I think for what it does and what you get, I think it's a bit overpriced. But I like Hans Walter WeConnect Plus. I don't know what that means. Has Walter WeConnect Plus? Yes. And this is weird. So back to the iX1. I like that you can spec it in a different way. You don't have everything in there. But when you want a lot of things in there that are good, overall, I find it a bit too... Am I too loud? It feels like I'm too loud here. Bump here. Where am I? dB. Hello, is that better? I think I was a bit too loud, but now I'm too quiet. Am I not? I think I'm too quiet now. Hey, ho, ho, yes. I don't know. I'm weird. So yes, I think when you spec it with a lot of stuff, it's a bit pricey. So I don't know. So ID4 will be a bit cheaper. You will have more space, and with the new infotainment system, it also has battery heating iX1. So that was cool. I set a schedule in a charger which works. The car reports the faulty charger but does charge at the correct time. Volkswagen software for the win. EC3 starting prices drop in Europe. Mercedes, Volkswagen already give discounts. Really? Not me. So I didn't see that. Are you going to test the Fisker Ocean? I asked Fisker for a car. They replied. They sent it to the right person and never came back. So I doubt it. You were fine before you fiddled. But it should be the same as before. I'm just a tiny bit too loud for whatever reason. Maybe I have to do it in here. Most of the time when I do something, it looks like I'm a bit too loud. Filters. Let's do this. Get 3 dB quieter so we don't also want not so loud. Yes. Welcome home. Photo Storm is here. I'm home. Yes, so there was the BMW. Then what was the other question? There was more. WeConnect Plus. So Walter would have normal when you get an ID car, you have 3 years free WeConnect Plus. That is that you can see it with your app and then over-the-air updates and everything. And then you have to restart that. Nose, I have to sneeze. I don't want to, but I have to. Oh, I'm sick. I should stay home tomorrow. And the thing is, though, with my WeConnect account, I connected to many other ID cars. Thank you. Other ID4, ID5, ID bus, ID3s, and I have looked. Mine is till 2025 because of this, of so many cars that I connected, and so the app doesn't know that those were other cars, something like that. So yes, I still have that, but this is not car related. This is your account. So it's car related when you get the car for 3 years, but if someone else connects to the car, it's I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Look at that tablecloth hanging up. That's my beautiful shirt. That's for if I have to film something at home that I don't look like a hobo, but in the live stream I look like a hobo. Yes, we have to talk about something else. 2 people this week, one a Patreon or YouTube member, and one comment said that this background looks unprofessional. I get the shirt right now. Why does it look so bad? I wanna know why. I don't get it. Volkswagen Group car schedule charging doesn't work. Shock. Will you test updated Tesla 3? It's not coming to US anytime soon. Yes, I want to. At the moment, I don't get to it right now. at some point. Maybe in the next 2 weeks. But so far, there are already cars to test in, but I couldn't get it. But is this so bad? I just want to know. Maybe they expect the beach. You will need more than the shirt to not look like a hobo. That's true. He's right. Darren knows. He met me. I'm a mega hobo. Yes. Then what else? We talked about the Audi iX1. Kona is gone, like I said. Kona was interesting. It has a lot of things in the car that I found interesting. I wouldn't get the 19-inch wheels. Charging is better. We'll see that. In the charging video soon. And what else? I like the new features, and I like a few annoying features that maybe at some point you can turn off if you can fiddle with the car with OBD. I don't know if you can fiddle with Hyundai. No idea, as you can with Volkswagen. We'll see. Sorry. What else do we have? Let's talk Kia EV9 event. So Kia was so nice to invite me to the EV9 driving event to Nice. This was last weekend, from Friday to Saturday. What was it, the 27th or something? 27th of October. My plane went from Munich at 6:50 in the morning. Gate closed at 6:30. I'm 1.5 hours away from the airport. I had to be there at least an hour and a half before because I had a suitcase. Because I bring tripod and other things, and this is too big for a little bag that you bring. So try and get Ocean to test. It sounds great. Yeah, I love to get the Ocean, but like I said, it's a bit problematic if they don't want to give me a car, and they don't have any dealers in the area where I can have the car a bit longer. I will try again. When do ID7 deliveries start? Also, is yours going to be one of the earlier ones, or will you have to wait? I think deliveries start in the next 2 weeks. I won't be so fast. You need a green screen? No, I don't like that. Green screen is I don't know. It's just weird. I'm not a fan of the green screen thing, and it's a lot of work. And sometimes you see that it's not right, and you have to light the whole thing perfectly even and everything. You have 29,000 subs, so background is okay for such a small channel. Is it so small? No, I'm disappointed. You think it's so small with 29,000? But it's true. If you use a green screen, people will think it's a TV news channel. Yes. We look at the weather now. Yes, EV9 event. So I had to get up at 4 a.m. No, 3:30 a.m. I drove to Munich airport at 4, was there at 5:30. Plane left on schedule. I was in Nice at 8:10 or so. There was a lounge for Kia, and they gave me a car. Has your favorite blinkers? My car has your favorite blinkers cascading, but you can turn it off, can't you? I have that too. But I turned it off in Walter, front and rear. And yes, and then I got the car, but I couldn't get a car by myself. I had to share the EV9 with someone else. And if this one is watching, I took pictures of you and you gave me your business card, and I cannot find your business card. I cannot email the pictures to you. That's really stupid, but I have no idea where where I put your card. I went through everything, my bag, my pants, my jacket. I can't find it. I must have lost it somehow, but I don't know where. It wasn't in the car. You gave it to me before the flight, so I don't know. If you're watching, email me here or message me. I can't turn them off and wouldn't want to. Yeah, then that's okay. If you like them, enjoy them. So, and then we drove with the EV9 to to a different location where they explained the car, why it's there. Then we got lunch, and then we could drive for a few hours. We had to go to the hotel, which was 2 hours away, and we had to be there at 6 p.m. at night, evening. And we drove till 5 p.m. or so. I did a little video. Like those events are, I couldn't test too much. I like to test charging, consumption range, something like this, but I couldn't do that there because of time restraints, chargers missing, and also lack of highways there. It was just a very winding country road. And I wasn't alone in the car. I couldn't say I'm gonna do this for 5 hours because he said no, I want to do this and this, and this was so it wasn't that amazing when it comes to this. And then we had dinner. We had another presentation. The boss of Kia Germany was there. Then we had dinner, 9 courses because it's the EV9, and I left at the 6th course because it was 9 p.m. and I was dead tired since I got up at 3:30. I went to bed. The next morning I had to get up at 5:30 because at 6 we left to the airport again. At 8 the plane, 8:30 I think the plane left to Munich again, and it took 1.5 hours to drive from the hotel, and I flew home. Yes, those events are always not the best for me because it's made for people who film around the car, look at the car and then drive a bit, but not do any real testing. And Volkswagen did the same with the ID.7 production version this weekend, and I didn't go because of holidays and because of this. I saw the schedule and I saw I can drive a few hours with the car, but there's no testing possible. And that's just it doesn't do anything to the channel if I just go around the car that you will see in a few weeks anyways. And I didn't want to go through the hassle of flying there, the whole stress and everything. And that's why I didn't go. And again, it was my holiday week. And I did a lot in the last few months. I had press car after press car while working. It was a bit much. This week was, no. I guess the event is more of a first look and test drive the car than a full-on experience with the car. Exactly. And sadly, most of these events are like this, and I'm not the biggest fan of those. If it's something completely new, like the ID.7 prototype drive, that was awesome because it was so completely new. Everybody was waiting for it. How does it drive and everything. Hopefully we'll be able to get more long-term tests in the future. There will be a press car at some point, but I would say not till March, April, something like this. And I won't get a car right away. So I say maybe in the summer, something like this. And the ID.7 Tourer would have been shown at the press event where I didn't go. Again, good choice, much prefer in-depth testing. Yes, but the thing is, when I look at other channels that are just doing the walk around and showing the car, they have way more views than me. I'm more the niche, the technical aspect of it, but I'm okay with it. That's what I do and I enjoy. I like to show a car, but I like the in-depth testing a bit more. So really detail. If someone is looking at the car and thinks, should I buy this car? I have to think of, this is important. I want them to at the end say, now I know more, I can make my decision. That would be very nice for me. That would help me, and I would like that. So EV9 test, I didn't edit the video yet. The embargo falls on Wednesday, so on the 8th, so I will edit it tomorrow and Tuesday, and then so it can be out on Wednesday. Yeah, it's true. So the videos will move a bit. What do we have? November 6th is tomorrow. Yes. What's coming up is there's no press car for the next 3 weeks. And to be honest, I'm happy about that. Like I said, I had so many press cars for the last month. I would say, I don't even know. I can go through the calendar almost I had maybe a week off and then another press car after each other the whole time. And now it's because sometimes it's a bit much when you work, and then okay, on Friday I have to test, on Sunday I have to test, Saturday I take off, so I have one day off during the week, and then the car gets picked up, the next car, and okay, people want to see this, I want to do this, and so sometimes it's a bit much, and then I have to it must feel a bit like press car burnout, having them all back to back. It's also fun. So driving the Q8 was fun, a different car to experience that. And a lot of times it's sad when they pick up a car. i7 was a lot of fun to feel that. Sadly, I only had it for a week. Edward for channel tunnel. What's a channel tunnel? But that's how it is. But now 3 weeks, no. Hey, don't complain when you don't have cars, you complain too. Exactly, I complain all the time. That's so German. I complain when it's too much and I complain when I don't have cars. Correct. Yes. But in 3 weeks I will get the Kia EV6 GT just for 3 days or 2.5 days. It comes on Tuesday and Thursday it will be picked up. And then on Friday I will get the MG4, the standard version, for a week. The tunnel under the English Channel. You need an advertising for that? Okay. Now you just have lots of videos to edit instead. No, I did most of it. I have one is still waiting. Hi Konstantin. One is still waiting, then 2 charging, one Audi and the EV9. So I have 5 videos that are waiting to be edited or published. So 4 I still have to edit. And yes, I have a few ideas still with Walter, because now I'm back with Walter, driving Walter, and haven't done in a while. Looking forward to that. I drove on Saturday, but just a few kilometers. Where did we go? Just shopping, not far, yeah. Yeah, it was just efforts appearing during live stream. Yeah, that's how it should be. When will you get ID7? I have been told approximate date, but I want to keep it to me until it's for sure, because things can change. That's how it is. Saubjörn Nilan test the Xpeng G9 might be the best luxury SUV on the market by far, especially for the money. Will Walter ever get software 3.5? Not with me, because Walter's leasing runs out on December 10th, and I hope till then I have the ID7, so I don't have to extend the lease for another month. We'll see. And so I have Walter for another 4 or 5 weeks, and then that's it. Then Walter will go to the dealer. They will check everything. I have way less kilometers that I paid for. I could have, what was the number? Where is my, why does this not work? Xpeng charging 320 kilowatt. That's the stuff. 66,500 no, 22,500 kilometers divided by 12 times 3 is 5,600 plus 45 plus, no, I did it wrong. It's so, I think I could drive 73,000 kilometers with Walter, and I only drove right now 58, so till it gets picked up, let's say 59. So I have 14,000 kilometers that I didn't drive, so I should get money back. I think 2,000 kilometers, there's nothing, but then more, I get 20 cents or so per kilometer, or 14 cents. It was in my leasing papers, I don't know it. Does it feel odd being back driving Walter over driving all the variety of cars you've had access to? Yes, it does. The steering is extremely easy and soft, and the brake feel is nothing. So I didn't miss the brake feel. Other than that, at least I have good app connect. On some cars, app connection didn't work that well. Even though yesterday Volkswagen app didn't work at all. And for whatever reason, I cannot access my charging credit that I have. So I cannot see it. When I charge, it will use the charging credit, but I can't see it. For how much will it be worth, your ID3 then, and what was the price as new? I have no idea what it will be worth. That's leasing thing. There will be a video of all the cost that it cost me to have Walter for 39 months. When it was new, it was it 46,000 euros 3 years ago. But we also have 6,000 euros incentives back then. That's now gone. It's now 4,500. Next year will be the same year. I was picking between ID7, BMW i4. Oddly, leasing on an 68,000 ID7 was more expensive than 76,000 euros i4 leasing price. So I went with the i4. Thankfully, the 4 gets iDrive 8.5. I don't know what iDrive is. 8.5. i4 is a great car, but I think ID7, i4 are completely different cars. i4 is way more sporty, and ID7 is way bigger and comfortable. I don't think it's the same car. But with the leasing price, I so get it. In the beginning, ID7 in Germany, leasing was way too expensive. Thankfully, in October, they went down. Otherwise, I couldn't have afforded. I will have to pay 11 cents for each kilometer, electronics maybe 8 cents, but work pays 30 cents per kilometer, so I will make a plus even with kilometers over lease contract. That's good. Walter is worth more because I drove it. Yeah, not too many people drove Walter. My dad, Cindy, me, Darren, well, you know, some people at the workshop to test it. And somebody drove it out when I got the car. I wasn't allowed to drive it out because there were so many press people. I remember that. No, let me drive it just to be sure. Liability. So, by the way, I know a few details. I will pick up my ID7 in Wolfsburg, and it's not sure yet. It's possible that that Cindy will go with me there. So she would film me getting the car, film me driving home and stuff. iDrive OS in BMW. Aha! And this is a new version, 8.5. I have no idea what the other cars have. The BMW i7 got an update over the air. I saw it in the app. You have an update you want to install when it was here. iDrive 8.5 is the newest BMW infotainment system which improved menu structure, no longer the huge widget scrolling mess, and a better climate control menu. Maybe the i7 had that because it wasn't sideways, it was up, but the whole screen was then empty. There was nothing being shown. I like the other one better because then I could see stuff, scroll through it, and here it was just tiny little things, but 80% of the screen was just empty. When in the home screen, I mean. That was weird. It was only in the i7, in the iX1, in the i4, but this was a while ago. It was all different. iX wasn't too long ago. There was also the old big thing. Yes, and when, like I said, I have an estimate, but I don't know exactly. We will find out hopefully in the next few weeks. I know when it's being built. You can configure it like in ID models, more or less. I tried everywhere and couldn't find it. I once went with a friend to Wolfsburg picking up his Passat and visit the museums. I won't visit museums. We will just go there the day before by train and then stay overnight. The next morning get the car, and then it's new car time. Personally, I hate iDrive, especially with the newer ones. The layout is a disaster. I was okay with the BMW infotainment system. There's pros and cons. I like that in BMWs, especially in the i7, everywhere where there was something that you can adjust, there was also a button so that the menu would show that. Like Of course, climate, but also the seat at the memory seats was a button. You pressed it and you were in the seat menu. At the lights is a button, though you're in the light menu, something like this. I like that. The EQE, blah, 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 get a bigger battery, new battery for 2024 model year. That's awesome. Mercedes doesn't give me any cars, so sadly I cannot test them. And dealerships don't give out, especially the EQS. I asked around a lot, and one was willing to give me a car for 150 kilometers, and I had to pay deposit to get the car, and I said no. Do you know anything about e-tron sunroof water leaking? Sorry, mine didn't have a sunroof, so I couldn't say. No, I don't know. Do you have to pay delivery fee for ID7? It's in the leasing. The reason I compared ID7 A4 was I wanted a premium EV sedan. That's a good thing. That's true. i4 is still premium. That's true. It just drives completely different. It's one, like I said, very sporty, one very comfortable. But good choice. i4 is a lot of fun. Did you get the M50? The power? What about Ioniq 6? I get an Ioniq 6 in end of January for 2 weeks. Looking forward to that. I did a test already with the Ioniq 6. I got it from Hyundai Sangl in Landsberg am Lech. It was a lot of fun, but it was all stress. It all has to be done in 4 to 5 hours. They should give you an EQS 350 with the 90 kilowatt hour old battery nobody wants. Yeah. I ask Mercedes every few months and a comparison between the Ioniq 6 and ID7. Well, if I'm sure, I hope that it will be here, the ID7 till then, end of January. We can do that. That's true. It's a good idea because they're both similar battery. I think that the Ioniq 5 will have more range. But at that time, ID7 will be very, very new, but still a few thousand kilometers on it, I'm sure. And Ioniq 6 will be a press car, very, very used. I got the eDrive 40 for much better efficiency and more fun handling. And 340 horsepower is still more than good enough. That's true. Totally true. Yes, that's it. What's coming up? So I'm right now having my last weeks with Walter. Looking forward to get the final date for my delivery for the ID7 in Wolfsburg. Very, very excited. Yes, like I said, I know when it's gonna be built soon. It's not done yet, and it's very, 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 very exciting. I would love to be there when they start constructing the car and be with every step to see that. I would love that, but I looked, Emden is extremely far away and I don't think they will let me in, especially filming it. No way I would be allowed to film that. But yes, so that's the next steps. Finally, no press car. It was a bit too much, like I said. And then when I don't have a car, but it's if it all fits, like I said, the plan, it would be amazing. Since then, when it will come, I don't have press cars for 6 weeks, so I can test the crap out of the ID7. It would be awesome. When we see a Chris Happy Dance YouTube short, we know why. No, don't worry. You will see. There won't be. Oh, maybe I do a short. I will do a video when I know delivery and everything and how it's gonna do. And when Cindy goes with me to Wolfsburg, we'll do a live stream on the way home as well. If I go alone, I will do a live stream, but not too long. ID7 is still exciting, though. Despite picking the i4, I look forward to your video. Thank you very much. Yeah, so overall, BMW are not bad cars, but I don't know, they all weren't exactly my thing. But not bad at all. Just a fun fact, I work for a company that built electric harness for ID Bus. We have research and development office in Romania. Cool, another ID car with a degraded battery soon then. Mr. ID7, Mr. ID. At some point it will degrade like every other electric battery. That's just normal. But Volkswagen just does it different. It doesn't give the buffer away for degradation like the Kona always did, and that's awesome. You can think that the Kona will mostly always have the exact same battery capacity, just how it is. Maybe you get socks like with ID First Mover. That's true. I have the socks. I have the box back there somewhere. Where's that box? Yeah, it's here. Is it? Yes, it's here. That's what I got before Walter came. Oh, I can't see. It's still in perfect thing. There's the WeCharge card, the charging cable that lights up. I have never used it. The socks. I just got the socks are still in here. Because I got socks another time. And what is this? Ah, it's for flowers, seeds. And what was here in the middle? The charging card, I guess? Or was it in here? Explanation. ID3 can charge with up to 125 kilowatt, but not mine. And not the one that was available at the time when I got this thing. Wrong! Isn't this nice? 52 likes already. Yes, we did the like game before. Just degrade faster because you charge the crap out of it. With the ID7, well, in the beginning I'm sure, will be a lot of tests that do that, that's true. But less than with Walter, I'm pretty sure. Way less than with Walter. Maybe IDC will get the pixel socks like the pre-production prototype. Doesn't it look also like this? How fast does ID7 charge? In the pamphlet it says peak of 175. So I'm guessing it's the same charging curve as the ID3 Pro S, which I have seen with 180, something like this. But it goes down very fast. It's not like your e-tron. It's not 800 volt. And it's not charging with 200, what can you do, 270 kilowatt or something? So you are way faster. On a 400 volt charger, we might be the same, but on 800 volt like you have, I'm way slower. But I will be more efficient. So my range will be a bit, what battery size do you have in the e-tron? I don't even know. ID bus curve, maybe, yeah, something like this. Evening, everyone. Hey, Walt Battinger! Where is... I don't even know. What battery size does the e-tron have? I have to look. Where is it? Compare electric cars. I will compare. Search. E-tron GT. Doesn't find it. E-tron alone. We can find e-tron? Audi then? Audi Q4, Audi e-tron GT RS, 85 kilowatt hours. So you have a similar battery. I have 82, well, a 77 usable. You have 93 usable, 85. 800 volt system, peak 268 kilowatt. That's the stuff. I can do 270 kilowatt, yes. We will find out soon on a road trip to Spain. 92 kilowatt with 86 kilowatt hours usable. It says here 85, 93 nominal capacity. But I can never believe the thing. 4.1 seconds, 530 horsepower do you have. 640 Newton meters. Top speed 245. You haven't used that. Don't you? You never charged it on a 800 volt charger, hypercharger? Only at home? Aloha! Hello. Yeah, it should be the ID bus curve, I think so. It will be around that. And ID3 Pro S has similar curve. I'm pretty sure it will be the same as ID4 5 GTX also. And that's a nice curve. It goes lower very fast, so it doesn't stay above 100 kilowatt as long as the ID4, ID5 Pro. but the peak, when you charge to 60%, you're better, but to 80%, it's pretty similar. I've only charged AC so far. Well, if you don't do a road trip, if you're just at home, I would totally understand that. If you don't do testing with cars, how is this? How is that to have a car and not test the crap out of it? I don't know how that is. I never had that. I never had a car here that was just standing there. Well, that's not true. The ID.5 GTX where we drove to Copenhagen, I didn't test it, but I made a lot of videos about it afterwards. Because I could test ID software 3.1 for 2,600 kilometers. Didn't Volkswagen promise 150 kilowatt to 60% or so? Really? Not that I know. Not that I know. What was the charging? Let's look at the charging curve for the ID bus, then we know. I've only used one charging socket. The other one is unused. You don't even know if it works. You should try it before you go on holidays. Really? Yeah, I had charging problems with the e-tron. That was weird. Charging curve. Where's my bus? Model Y, Neo, ID bus. There it is. Ah, that's way too big here. That's what she said. That's the charging curve of the ID bus. We get 186 and under 100 kilowatt at 52%. At 80% still charging with 90 kilowatt. That's okay. And then whoop goes down. That's totally fine. So if this is the charging curve I get in the ID.7 and then with the consumption, then I'm very happy. Especially, I'm looking forward to that. You don't understand that. Oh, I have to tell that in a second. First, I want to read. I've only 156 kilometers on ID.3 now. My God, had an issue with the parking brake lately. Repair shop replaced the motor for a parking brake. Huh. There was a pre-fuel charge curve best in class for ID bus circulating from implementation Volkswagen did. I have a shorter trip before the holidays, so I will test it then. That's good. ID.7 Pro S might charge very fast. No, it will be very similar charging curve, just the peak goes up to 200. Think of it as the ID.3 and then update it with the new 130 kilowatt instead of 100 kilowatt peak. So it will be this curve, but it will go up here to 200 kilowatt and then maybe stay a bit higher. The charging curve won't be something extremely new. It's still MEB platform, so don't expect that. But it is a bigger battery, and it will be the same amount of time charging, I guess, as with the smaller battery. Just get more range, but you're heavier, so your consumption is a bit higher then. So it's all about the initial range will be a bit higher if you need that. And I think I don't need it because the car is already amazing. Yeah. I wanted to say that. I'm looking forward. One thing with the ID.7, Volkswagen promised to 80% in 25 minutes. From 10%, what did we have here? 11% to 80 in the ID bus was 32 minutes. We'll see. Where was I saying? You shouldn't believe promises for Volkswagen. No, Volkswagen claims faster, 10 to 80% compared to 77 kilowatt hour battery. It's very possible it's faster. The thing is how much faster, and it's. I'm not mocking it. I haven't seen it. I have to turn off the camera for a second. Frame rate is screwed up. That happens all the time. It's not you. It's me. It's still fucked up. I swore. 10 and 80%, 18 minutes. Are you sure? I thought the e-tron is a bit slower. I thought that's Ioniq 5 more. I thought you have a very high peak but then go down way faster. You should try that first. About 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, but it's a bigger battery, so then that's really the published tests by Volkswagen will always be with perfect conditions. But I have noticed with Volkswagen cars that perfect conditions can be met very easily. It's not like other cars where it charges a bit different. Here, if the battery is normally warm, so not cooking and not frozen, and you plug in around 15%, you get the charging curve. That's what I noticed with ID3, 4, 5, bus, and so on. It was for the delayed Ford Explorer 2. ID7 86 kilowatt will have improved chemistry for sure. They said 10 to 80% in 25 minutes. Okay, that sounds awesome. For a big battery like that. That sounds great. Yes. Yeah, what I wanted to talk range. I'm used to Walter. I mean, yes, it has now 11% degradation, but even when Walter was new, driving, I remember I drove to Wolfsburg in December, 3 months after I got Walter. It was December, 5 degrees. I went to the ID4 media drive, and I drove with 130 to 140, had the heat on, of course, no heat pump. ID7 won't have heat pump as well. And EV database says 17 minutes. That's even better. See? That's awesome. It's almost too fast, huh? That you can't even relax. I had that with the Model 3 when it was charging so well that I wanted to film something. I have to leave. When I did the 1,000 kilometers. And to Wolfsburg, I just noticed to get to the next charger, 160, 170 kilometers away, driving 130, I had to charge over 80%. So the better thing would be to drive slower. That would be faster than charging so much. And I'm looking forward 17 to 208 miles. So at 10%, you have 17 miles. Is that 17 miles divided by 10 times 80 is 136. No, I put in 1.7. 17. No, I did. So if 280 is 80%, that would mean 10% would be 26 miles. So it's even under 10%. Yesterday, the service for the Volkswagen was on. Yes, for mine too. Didn't work. The login didn't work and error message and everything. Sorry, I meant 26 miles. It's fine. I get you. Your car charge is amazing. And it does. Why does the camera not do that? Maybe I have to unplug here and see. No, with the frame rate, it looks horrible. It charges too fast. Porsche has an eco charge setting with max 200 kilowatt and degrading charging curve like other cars taking 30 minutes. Really? Okay. No, but what I said with Walter, Volkswagen servers have been notoriously unstable. Really? I haven't just noticed this once, but I don't use the app. No, at work I use it every day, but at home usually I don't use it, and I haven't noticed it too much. I have to say that there's a problem. By the way, how's the phone charging? Where are we? 69%. Okay. Yes, and biggest thing I'm looking forward is that I have a bit more range, better charging curve. I can go to places a bit faster. Walter in the beginning only charged with 100 kilowatt and it went down pretty fast at 60%, 56 kilowatt, something like this. And right now it's still the same. And now I have 11% degradation, so my range went down by, at highway speeds, by over 20 kilometers. And that is bad. And example, on Friday, Cindy and I drove to Regensburg, which is 114 kilometers away, to go to an eye doctor. And I charged full at home. I had to charge full. Didn't want to charge anywhere. I thought we can go there and back. 230 kilometers would that be. It's not a big deal. Yes, I would say 200 kilometers of those are on the highway, and we drove exactly 130. And we arrived there with 55%. I waited in the car, had the heat on, and it went down to 52%. So I had to charge. I wouldn't get home. We would have gone home with, I don't know, 4 or 5% at the end and had to drive slower. And I didn't want to do that, so I charged AC. My dealer says that they got a delivery stop order at the moment, so I won't get my car in 1 week. What? Why? What is that? So with the ID7, I know consumption is lower, battery is bigger, so I don't think that something like 230 kilometers, even with 10% degradation, because the battery is not 50, 35, 40% bigger, and the consumption will be lower by, I don't know, 10% or so. Then so Enyaq 50 is at the dealer already. Oh no! So your car is there, but you can't get it? Why is there a delivery stop order? That's stupid. That's really stupid. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And I think it should be the next step. ID3 was a starting car for me, and I took long trips with it. I mean, the longest was to Wolfsburg, 750 kilometers or so. So back and forth, 1,300 kilometers, a bit less. That was the longest trip I took with Walter, but I did it twice, yes. Did you like the Q4 e-tron? It's okay. Q4 is when it comes to range, charging and software is a tiny bit different, but it's extremely similar to the ID4. What I didn't like with the Q4 e-tron was the rear window, and you should test that if you want to buy the car. The way that I was sitting, and didn't matter how I was sitting, with you'll be in a Taycan after the ID7. No, I like it comfortable, not sporty. If, then I will be in an i7. When I adjusted my rear view mirror so I can see the rear window, the height of the mirror to the window was like this. So I was looking, or was it the other way around? I can't remember, but I couldn't see the car behind me. It was especially on the highway, I had to rely on the side windows to see the car coming from the rear, that I could go out. And right now in every other car I can see them in the rear view mirror and in my side mirrors, so I can be, there's no car coming, I can go over and pass this truck or whatever. In the Q4 I couldn't see them in the rear view mirror. That was weird. That was the only thing that was negative. Anything else is like the ID4, different design, and the software is a bit Audi. That's all. That's all, but not a bad car at all. Built in the same factory. Yeah, but I'm very, very much looking forward to all the things that the ID7 will give me, from more range, less consumption, better charging, amazing for long distance trip because of the premium seats with the massage function. My Walter never had travel assist. Now I have self-steering, head-up display, a bigger screen, the new software, the new things, preheating of the battery, all the things I didn't have in Walter, and I'm so looking forward to that. I'm very excited. This will be so amazing. And it's a bit interesting and nice that I will get the ID7 in. Hope you find a Lotus Electric owner that will let you test it. I doubt it. I asked Lotus, I didn't get any reply. There would have been one in Munich for the IAA to test drive. So someone is driving with you for half an hour around the city, but it was in the city, so you drive with 30-40 kilometers to a light, then to the next light, and so on. With Chris YouTube Millions, I see a Nevera and a Spectra parked outside. Now, I would love to drive the Spectre. I would love to see how that is. But I think it would be too big for a daily car, the same as the i7. i7 was amazing, but I need a bigger house and a bigger garage and everything. But here, with turning around and everything, that would be annoying. The Nevera, that would be my thing. But I don't think I could spend that money on a car. I would be, no. I can buy a Model S Plaid, have great power. I'm not gonna drive on the Nürburgring. I'm not good. I'm not a sports car driver. Good evening, morning, afternoon. That's a lot different things. And the difference in price, 2 million euros for a car, is just... If you want comfy, then you need a Spectre. I think so, but I'm just too scared, again, with the size. But if I have a different house, then we can talk about it. What does the Spectre cost? 500? Also way too much money. Who knows, maybe I'll do a trip to Germany. You should. Oh, you have one? Uh-huh. It sounds interesting. Björn's mansion was about 1.5 million euro. What? What house did he build? Or is it the location? Is Oslo so expensive? 1.5. I have a friend, or Matthias, you know him. He was trying to build a house on a spot that his wife owns, and the house alone, which is not something spectacular, was also 500,000. But 1.5 million sounds like, my God, I would not buy a house like this. Not yet. Huh, you're thinking about it. Spectre looks very interesting. I saw a few videos. Very, very interesting. Do we have anything else? We're doing for an hour already. Base Spectre costs 275. Well, I don't know how Rolls-Royce is. Is a base already a lot in there or nothing? With the i7, I saw there wasn't too much in there. Here in Stuttgart for 1.5 million, you won't get a whole house. Really? Well, in Munich also not, but in Passau you will get a mansion, and where I am, you will get the whole city. Isn't the technology underneath the Spectre the same as the BMW i7? I don't know. Maybe the technology, so battery and motors, but it's about the noise, it's about the suspension and stuff like this, and pronounced Spectre. Oh, not Spectre. Spectre. So like there was a show, a TV show, an Irish show, where he was Paul Spectre. And thank you. Spectre. In German. If there is not anything in Passau Castle, yeah, is there anything more? Then I would leave you to it, because I want to go to bed at 9 p.m. tomorrow, get up at 5 a.m. to work. Where you're buying a dolled up BMW. Yeah, it's possible. I have never driven a Rolls Royce, I wouldn't know. A BMW i7 and leather of 20 cows or something. Yeah, something like this. Does it always have to be leather? I don't know. I find it too slippery on leather. I would prefer something different. I will see you next Sunday. I won't have press cars or anything, like I said. So I have to work Monday to Friday because my coworker is on holidays. I was on holidays this week, and next week Spectre, like James Bond. I don't know, was there a James Bond Spectre? I don't know. Great show, thanks. What was the name of the show? With Gillian Anderson and the guy who's then become the 50 Shades of Grey guy. It was on Netflix, we watched it. Paul Spectre, Daddy? The Irish accent was just awesome. Yes, since I don't have press cars, I have then Saturday, Sunday off. That's awesome. Fabric any day. Leather is high maintenance and not eco-friendly. For me, it's mostly the German saying leather is too slippery is so funny. I bet you own leather shorts though. No, I don't own anything made of leather, to be honest. Well, Walter steering wheel is leather. That's true. But I don't have pants, shorts, or anything. You think because we're all perverts? I think that every country has the same amount of perverts. Germans just said it. That's how it is. We are this and the others don't say it. And then they do the weird stuff in the basement. That's what I think. I think Americans are the same perverts as Germans. Because Americans always do like we don't do anything. They just do it in the basement, and Germans do it outside. That's the difference. Shoes? No, also not. I have running shoes on all year. And boots. Schuhplattlerhosen. Even this is not real leather. Those are vegan shoes. Cost the same. Feels the same. Is the same. No difference. My car is leather free. No lederhosen? No. And I hate X-Files to Coffee? No. It was a different show. I know X-Files. Weird stuff in the basement. Sounds like you have experience. No, like I said, Germans, we do it upstairs. We show it to everyone. The UK people are the one in the basement. Not even lederhosen. No, I had to work at those Oktoberfest-like things for a few years, sound mixing bands, and I hate those things. It's just get drunk as fast as possible and scream around, and the whole thing is made so people drink. I mean, the band gets told what to play, that people don't party too much, that they sit down and drink. Interesting to know. You say almost had German as a national language. The vote was down to the chairman who chose English. Really? I thought it came from the British. Why would they learn German? Björn does not even have a basement. What? Yeah, we have not a lot of space in this house, but we're renting. I'm not going upstairs with you. You mean downstairs? A stereotype is that all Germans own at least one pair of lederhosen. If somebody in Germany owns lederhosen, it's only in Bavaria. In northern Germany, nobody cares about that. And with the youth, lederhosen and dirndl, so the weird dresses for women, are pretty in. But my generation, so from 40 to 50, didn't care at all. No, in the UK, it's in the streets. I live here and have seen it. That's good. Okay. I will let you go. I'll see you next week, hopefully. There's a lot of German spoken in some parts of the USA. I had no idea. And I will let you know if I know something with the ID7, there will be a video. And Patreons and channel members, if you want to join, they got the info already that if I know more details, and they will get everything first. They're my boss. Have a great week, everyone. He says it, I say it too. You all take care. 71 likes, that's amazing, since we only had 70 people or so. The Fall, that's it. He knows it, that's the show with Paul Spector. Daddy? Okay, that's it for me. Have a great week. Bye. Bathrobe edition. It's soon. It's 9 degrees outside, 18 degrees here. Go and let your friend out of the basement now. Well, Cindy is in the basement because we have a bedroom in the basement.